Well, racing we are as we go to the grid for the first of our 2 races from Mondello Park this afternoon. There on pole position is Tristan Quinn. Daniel McCarthy in that fetching pink number makes a good break down the outside, and with an armful of opposite lock, he comes through the right-hander and takes up the lead from Tristan Quinn, who slots in now in 2nd place, being followed by Mark Willis, who's doing a fine job there to hold on to that 3rd place despite the severe attentions from Andy Dalton behind him. But Tristan Quinn certainly the man to beat in this one so far. Daniel McCarthy now, and Andy Dalton gives him the treatment that he gave to Mark Willis at that corner on the previous lap, and it has paid handsome dividends for him, because Andy Dalton now up to 2nd place, getting ahead of Daniel McCarthy in that very distinctive pink car. Andy Dalton now on a charge down the inside. Oh, and he's made it stick. He's got ahead there off Tristan Quinn. Tristan Quinn just stayed out too wide. That allowed Dalton through on the inside. Andy Dalton now takes the lead, but Tristan Quinn fights back. Oh, this is going to be a great battle between these two as they head down to the end of the circuit. Oh, and there's somebody gone off back there. That is Mark Kelly. And somebody else has crashed into one of the other cars, which has brought out the red flags. We go on board with Mark Kelly to get a replay of that incident as he came by, just catching the back end of Peter Albricht's car there, who had been involved in an incident just prior to that. So back to the restart then. Restarted race with Tristan Quinn still on pole position. Down the outside is Daniel McCarthy. Andrew Dalton there on the inside, and his wheels welded to those of Daniel McCarthy as they come through side by side. But Andrew Dalton taking that 2nd place decisively now as he heads off up the road in pursuit of Tristan Quinn. Quinn then getting the car just a little bit out of shape there through the right-hander. That's an opportunity for Andrew Dalton to get up the inside. Unfortunately not able to capitalize that time, just not quite close enough to him. Mark Willis there you can see in the background in 4th place. Sonia Files is still in 5th as the rest of the field streams through. They've all got their own little battles happening right the way back through the field. Going through your shot then is Sinead Burns, who you saw earlier, and that's Niall O'Brien in the number 3 car back there. Back at the head of the field though, Andrew Dalton with another, that's his 3rd manoeuvre like that, up the inside at Dunlop, outmanoeuvring Tristan Quinn there to take the lead. Now can he sustain that down the main straight, coming under severe pressure again from Tristan Quinn. Tristan Quinn on the outside though of that corner, flicking to the inside now, clipping the curbs, just trying everything he can to get ahead of Andrew Dalton. But a great drive there from Dalton, outfoxing them, outmaneuvering them down the inside. You can see there on the left of your shot just the front wheel of Tristan Quinn's car as he tried yet again to get through round the outside, but Andrew Dalton defending the inside line, and the only way he's allowing through is that somebody's going to be brave enough to try to drive around the outside. Meanwhile, the battling husband and wife of Sinead Burns and Johnny Kelly, and Sinead is ahead of her husband Johnny, who you see going through there in car number 7. These are newcomers to the championship this year. Meanwhile, back at the head of the field, Andrew Dalton in car number 98, coming under severe pressure now for the lead of this one. As he goes around there, Tristan Quinn tucked in behind him, and these two making good their getaway now from the rest of the field. Tristan Quinn moving out to get a look at the outside line again there. Andy Dalton very canny, defending the inside line, runs a little bit wide. That has allowed Tristan Quinn come back at him, gets his nose alongside there. Oh, and that is Sinead Burns there. Sinead that we saw battling with her husband Johnny Flynn earlier on, battling in the motor racing sense, that is. She goes straight on, and that looks like her race finishing in the gravel trap. Rest of the cars then streaming through, back at the head of the field. Tristan Quinn not out of this one by a long chalk. Well, this goes on and on and on, and he throws everything he can at Andrew Dalton, but Dalton is defending manfully there. Daniel McCarthy now in the number 33, that pink car behind. He's coming up to join them, as indeed is Sonia Files. So she's well capable of running towards the front of the field. Meanwhile, further back, we see a spin there from Niall O'Brien and Johnny Lynch. Those two just touching. Niall O'Brien trying to make it round the outside, connecting with the wheel of Johnny Lynch, and it looks like both of them are out. Meanwhile, back at the head of the field, Andrew Dalton still leading. We're on lap 11 from the onboard now from Andrew Dalton's car as he comes up under braking at Honda. And this is where Tristan Quinn tries to make it around the outside. Tristan Quinn gets alongside him and they're running wheel to wheel then through the left-hander there. This is terrific. Just the occasional little nudge to let one another know they're there, and Tristan Quinn gets through and takes the lead. Great battle going on here between Watkins and Daniel McCarthy, disputing fourth place, these pair at the moment. As up the road you see Tristan Quinn coming home to take the checker flag. Andrew Dalton is in second and Sonia Files there in third.